slaughtered in recent days, women and children among the dead. Many of these victims lined up in a village north of Ramadi and were gunned down publicly one by one. The Obama administration's Syria strategy also suffering a setback. Extremist fighters overwhelming U.S.-backed rebels near the northern border with Turkey. A lot going on this morning. I want to bring in Nick Payton-Walsh. He is live from southern Turkey to bring us up to speed on this. Good morning, Nick.
Christine, this development near the town of Idlib in northwestern Syria, it's not really going to change the war inside Syria, but it is pretty bad news for the limited policy the US has implemented so far in backing some moderate Syrian rebels. Two groups, the Hazm movement and the Syrian Revolutionary Front, have been supplied by the US. Some say heavy weapons too, perhaps through US's Arab allies. Now, the Nusra group, who are allied to Al-Qaeda and considered terrorists by the United States, are pretty much the predominant military force in that area, but have in the last week been moving against the Hazm movement and the Syrian Revolutionary Front, those two moderate groups, to push them out of the villages and towns that they considered to be their strongholds. In fact, they even suggest they've taken some weapons from these moderate groups. Now, that of course is very bad news for US policy indeed. The negotiations between these groups still seem to be ongoing. It's not necessarily a done deal, and territory does change hands a lot in this war. But when the US is looking to boost these moderate rebels and make them the plank of their ground forces in reclaiming territory from Nusra, who've been hitting with airstrikes, and from ISIS too, to see them losing territory, perhaps 70% of their territory, according to one observer, so quickly and with so little comeback, is extraordinarily bad news for Washington. Christine?
Nick Payton-Walsh, thanks for that this morning from Turkey.